Dying Light 2's latest collab is with Balatro, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get the Friend of Aiden bundle 100% for free. Before we get started, this bundle was added during the UGC Fest event, and although there is no date that I can find or anything that's saying it's for a limited time, Techland has made bundles like this in the past that ended with the event that they came out on and had to be purchased afterwards. I have reached out to Techland and will have a pinned comment in this video if it's a permanent addition to the game, but for now assume you only have until July 24th to complete the quests. To get the full bundle, you need to follow two quests, one at the Bazaar and one at the Fisheye. Starting out at the Bazaar, head to this location on your map where the Tower Raid and Survivor mission boards are. Turn to the left and you'll see the first poster on the wall. When you interact with it, you'll get a quest to find 3 cards in the Bazaar. Unfortunately, the card locations are randomized as I tested this with multiple saves and got different spots. This may not be the entire list of locations, but it'll give you at least a good place to start. Check this table that's on the path to the left of the poster. Continuing down that same path is a blue barrel that also may have a card. Inside the Bazaar, near the Craftmaster, is a yellow shelf that may have one. Another location is in the pumpkin patch outside along one of the walls. Past the wheat outside and behind this building on a different blue barrel than one before. And finally up these stairs near the pumpkin patch and on the platform. If you don't see cards in any of these spots, just keep searching with your survivor sense looking for magnifying glasses. Once you collect the 3 cards, your objective will update to finding 2 more outside the Bazaar. Just like the others, these will also be at random locations. Here are a couple of locations on the map that they can spawn. I don't have footage for the other spots, but just follow the objective markers. Once there, just use your survivor sense to find the magnifying glass icon. If one of your locations is this playground, it'll be on the ground by the sandbox. If one of your locations is this street, the card will be on the bench near the moving truck. Now your objective will tell you to go back to the poster. Once there, a chest will be in its place, so just open it, grab the item inside, and you'll get the Jimbo outfit, the Ceremonial Dagger, along with its blueprint. The second quest involves some riddles, but I'm going to help you out here. Head to the Fisheye and start from the bed. Heading straight out the door, you'll see some stairs, and you can find the poster at the top of them to the right. The first riddle tells you to head to the Garrison District. You'll want to go to the giant V in front of the VNC tower, which can be found here on the map. On the south side of the V with the larger part near you, you can find another red chest. This will give you your next riddle, which leads to the metro station in the downtown district. Fast travel there and use these doors to ride the zipline up to the top. Turn left at the first opening and the red chest will be right there. This new riddle points you to the PK floating fortress in the wharf. Fast travel to it if you can and then go out of this door. Turn to the right and head to the broken train rails to find the next red chest. The last riddle sends you to St. Paul's Cathedral on St. Paul Island. There are 2 ways to reach the chest here. The longer way is to head to the southwest corner of the cathedral to find an ambulance and scaffolding. Climb up until you reach the second grass area. Now climb up this single scaffold and jump across to this pillar. Now jump to the outside pillar, turn left, and keep jumping on the outside pillars. You'll need to either use your level 3 grappling hook to pull yourself across or sprint and then jump to make it across the pillars until you reach the final red chest. The simplest way though is to start at the Spruce Windmill located here on the map. Climb to the top and then use your level 3 paraglider to boost your way to the chest. If you can't boost, then you'll have to do the first method. Once you open the chest, you'll get the Joker Charm and the Flying Blind Paraglider. Now that you have all the items in the bundle, let's take a closer look at it. To equip the outfit, go to any stash and then to the extra tab. Scroll all the way down to the bottom to find the Jimbo outfit and Paraglider and equip them. If you're not seeing the outfit on your character, check to make sure you have outfits turned on with the option at the bottom of the inventory screen. Here's what they look like out in the world. I do like the look of them and it's a pretty decent outfit for this collab. For the dagger, it should be in your inventory, but if not, then it should be in your stash. It has some of the lowest damage of any legendary in the game, but it also has a very interesting and powerful effect. Every zombie kill, finisher, and Joker Charm used will add to a damage multiplier that keeps increasing until you repair it. It has 150 durability, but this multiplier adds up very quickly. I did a test and it seems that the dagger has a maximum of a 5 times multiplier, which increases its damage to 1095. Using this, especially with the right Joker Charm effect, you can deal a ton of damage even to the toughest enemies. For the Joker Charm, it costs 10 scrap, 5 cans, and 5 resin to apply. When you put it on a weapon, it'll have one of 12 random effects. Gros Michel gives you 120% increased weapon damage for 30 seconds. Ice Cream gives you 1 random craft part for every enemy hit for 15 seconds. Open Armory gives you an increased crit chance, and if your weapon has open mod slots, then it will receive a random mod for 45 seconds. Bite the Dust gives your weapon random elemental damage for 60 seconds. The Beast lets you instantly defeat all non-boss enemies in 1 hit for 15 seconds. Joker Stencil gives you increased damage for each empty weapon equip slot for 60 seconds. Hero of Haran gives you an increased damage resistance for 120 seconds. Charge gives you invulnerability to frontal attacks, but makes you take double damage from behind. Kanyo increases your damage for 60 seconds by a percentage for dismantling weapons. The percent is different depending on the rarity of the weapon that's dismantled. Space Joker gives you a damage increase and a chance to level up your weapon for 60 seconds. If you have the Ceremonial Dagger equipped, then you also have an additional chance to add even more damage. Volatile Joker gives you a damage boost to all of your attacks for 60 seconds. And finally, Mr. Bones gives you invincibility for 30 seconds. One of the extreme downsides to this charm is that it only lasts for a limited amount of time before its effect wears off and you have to craft the charm again. Even though some of the effects are really great, this feature makes the charm very frustrating to use. I think a better version would be that you still have the same limited time for the different effects, but when the timer ends, a new effect starts. That would make the charm a million times more fun to use instead of having to craft it every single time. All it needs to do is make the crafting requirements a bit larger and maybe add some negative effects to even it out a bit, and it would be one of the most fun charms to use in the entire game. Have you grabbed the Friend of Aiden bundle, and if so, how do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Dying Light and other content, and check out my other socials linked in the description to not miss out on anything. Thanks for watching, see you next time.